Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is November 16th, 2023, and we are in the Old Testament book of 2 Kings. I'm going to read chapter 16 today. Story of Ahaz, king of Judah. Unfortunately, he is not going to be a good king. He's going to be an evil king. How evil is he? He follows after the king of Israel. So that's now become the standard benchmark for the kings of Judah of evil, if they're chasing the same things that Israel has. In this case, Syria and Israel, the nation of Israel, have come to attack Judah, and Judah looks to Assyria for his salvation, not to Yahweh. Takes all the treasure that's out of the temple that belongs to God and gives it to Assyria. Takes his son and passes him through the fire. Not sure exactly what that means. Probably something like walking on fire, but dedicated to a god and thinking you're powerful, and not just that it's a neat little scientific trick. Or maybe it's actually jumping across the fire. I don't know. It probably isn't sacrificing him and burning him alive, because the son doesn't sound like he dies. But Ahaz isn't satisfied with that. He essentially dismantles the temple, the altar to Yahweh, and he turns it into a temple to the Assyrian god. So let's go ahead and we're going to read 2 Kings chapter 16. In the 17th year of Pekah, the son of Remaliah, Ahaz, the son of Jotham, king of Judah, began to reign. Ahaz was 20 years old when he became king, and he reigned 16 years in Jerusalem, and he did not do what was right in the sight of the Lord his God, as his father David had done, but he walked in the way of the kings of Israel. Indeed, he made his son pass through the fire according to the abominations of the nations whom the Lord had cast out from before the children of Israel. And he sacrificed and burned incense on the high places, on the hills, and under every green tree. Then Rezin, king of Syria, and Pekah, the son of Remaliah, king of Israel, came up to Jerusalem to make war. And they besieged Ahaz, but could not overcome him. At that time Rezin, king of Syria, captured Elath for Syria, and drove the men of Judah from Elath. Then the Edomites went to Elath and dwell there to this day. So Ahaz sent messengers to Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, saying, I am your servant and your son. Come up and save me from the hand of the king of Syria and from the hand of the king of Israel, who rise up against me. And Ahaz took the silver and the gold that was found in the house of the Lord and in the treasuries of the king's house, and he sent it as a present to the king of Assyria. So the king of Assyria heeded him, for the king of Assyria went up against Damascus and took it, carried its people captive to Kir, and killed Rezin. Now King Ahaz went to Damascus to meet Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria, and saw an altar that was at Damascus. And King Ahaz sent to Uriah the priest the design of the altar and its pattern according to all its workmanship. Then Uriah the priest built an altar according to all that King Ahaz had sent from Damascus. So Uriah the priest made it before King Ahaz came back from Damascus. And when the king came back from Damascus, the king saw the altar, and the king approached the altar, and he made offerings on it. So he burned his burnt offerings and his grain offerings, and he poured his drink offerings and sprinkled the blood of his peace offering on the altar. He also brought the bronze altar, which was before the Lord, from the front of the temple, from between the new altar and the house of the Lord, and put it on the north side of the new altar. Then King Ahaz commanded Uriah the priest, saying, On the great new altar burn the morning burnt offering and the evening grain offering, the king's burnt sacrifice and his grain offering, with the burnt offering of all the people of the land, their grain offerings and their drink offerings, and sprinkle on it all the blood of the burnt offerings and all the blood of the sacrifice. And the bronze altar shall be for me to inquire by. Thus did Uriah the priest according to all that King Ahaz commanded. And King Ahaz cut off the panels of the carts and removed the laborers from them, and he took down the sea from the bronze oxen that were under it, and he put it on a pavement of stones. Also he removed the Sabbath pavilion which they had built in the temple, and he removed the king's outer entrance from the house of the Lord on account of the king of Assyria. Now the rest of the acts of Ahaz which he did, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Judah? So Ahaz rested with his fathers, and he was buried with his fathers in the city of David. Then Hezekiah his son reigned in his place. May God bless reading of his word. May God bless you. Bye.